Governor of Puducherry. Ma'am, I request you to kindly address the gathering.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your very kind words. Honorable Mr. Justice S.K. Krishnan, Dr. Amar Prasad Reddy, Mr. Benil Das Nadar, and friends, my colleagues Law Secretary, my colleague, our DGP, colleague police officers, and friends. It's an absolute personal honor to be here for this cause. It's so rare and it's so high quality. I remember Amar came to see me a month and a half ago, less than 2 months ago, from Chennai, and he presented me this book. That was the first edition. And when I went through that edition on cybercrime, it was such a wonderful documentation, all compiled in one volume on cybercrimes. And that is the time when we were, my DGP and I, we were discussing how do we make the Puducherry have special cells on cybercrime investigations. We were looking for the right kind of training programs, right kind of faculty, right kind of training material. And I sent this book straight away to our DGP and said, connect with them straight away and let's get going. I think he probably did, and now we know where to go. So we're very grateful to you, Amar, for this volume and this offer that you open offer that you made to make Puducherry the hub, this unit territory which is so well prepared for managing cyber crimes. We will be preparing our Puducherry police, prosecution, judiciary, all three together to fight and detect, immediately prevent, investigate, prosecute, and then convict. All four areas of cyber crimes. These are crimes of the future. When I look at cybercrime, what is cybercrime? Today the prisons is full of small thieves, small crimes. But cybercrime is a crime of billions. It's a crime of millions. And it's worldwide crime. This crime, when our prisoners are being lodged, are prisoners who've done local crime with very little economic cost. But the cyber crimes are crimes which can wreck international security. It can complete wreck international systems. It can ground us completely. It's such a serious crime. Cyber attacks are it's like no less than nuclear bombs, because it wrecks completely it puts into disarray, disorganizes you completely. So therefore, it's a very major area, technology area to be understood and learned. We will, from Puducherry police, Puducherry prosecution, Puducherry judiciary, we need you. And we should start. Puducherry could be the best union territory, the most learned, abreast, modern in cybercrime attacks. That's why we have a lot of sitting right here. That shows how seriously you are by all even our police colleagues, the superintendents of police who are going to be the investigators. And you have our trainees, our police training schools. There should be not a single policeman or woman in Puducherry police who would not know and understand cybercrime and how to respond to it. So we'll work with you closely. It's a boon to the criminal justice system of Puducherry. I have the following thoughts with you as what next, what do we do meanwhile. Number one, look at, since you are dedicating yourself, you're giving this whole volume free. If somebody was to buy it from the market, it would cost not less than 3,000 to 4,000 rupees. But you've given away your first edition in thousands to people cost free. So this speaks of a very, very major contribution in this field of national cyber safety and security and setting up standards. I've gone through this chapter, some of these books. They're exceedingly well written. And it's not technical in language. You can run through it much faster. I have these following ideas for you further to take it, since you are now going to continue to go in for third edition and more. Number one, I think what we need is a common number on cyber crimes as one common number, so that people who are attacked, let's say by a debit card, recently is all about debit cards. It's a lot of cyber crimes happening on phone calls. And many other, these are very minor things I'm telling you. But what do I do? Where do I go? So there could be one phone number, one number for cyber crimes. Just as we have one number for missing children number, so could it be for cyber crimes. One number. You can choose a toll-free number where anybody involved, anybody is a victim of cyber crime, minor or major, they can call this number one. Number two, offer an online training program for training cops. Whether they link to police training schools, police training colleges, police academies, so that there's one standard. So online training program, and just not online text, go into online video conferencing. That at such and such hour, you can be trained. The media would like to be trained because the media is reporting crimes. So what is it that they report? Everybody, we have all come after cyber crimes. We've all done our schooling in college after, much before cyber crimes came. Therefore, we are not cyber crime investigation savvy. We have an idea what it is. So those of us who make a special effort will understand, those who don't will not. Therefore, we can have an opportunity to attend this class of yours. So it will be called the electronic class, the E-class for cybercrime. So you can use a weekend class, 1 hour, free. Don't say just register and attend. So then you can have a Q&A with people around the country saying, I had this problem, what do I do, where could I go? A police officer could also check with you. So you could be the teacher called the E-teacher on cybercrime. Second is this. Third is going for supporting NGOs. NGOs who could be the link between that person and, so because police officers have so many pressures of law and order and other crimes. Therefore, could we have NGOs also trained who are oriented like technology trained, who could be learned links around the country, and that could be the community participation in this crime. Fourth is university courses. Continue to link yourself with updation of university courses and the teachers and the faculty. You need to connect with the universities as well, so that training, those courses stay up to date. And obviously the student community, right? Whatever you may be doing, I'm only endorsing it, but these are ideas which you set me thinking that where do we go from here. Fifth, my point was common data. When crimes have happened, what are the patterns of crime which are happening? There is, just as you would have, let's say, a number called 1080. What if, suppose you have a 1080, then whatever is connect or cyber crimes work with Ministry of Home Affairs, state where they're linked with crime systems, cyber crimes data, you could work with NCRB, National Crime Record Bureau, so that you have a common registry of analyzing cyber crimes, the trends in India, state trend, city trend, and prevention and plan. So another thing would be common data entry, common analysis, and working on trends, and then looking at prevention strategies. What could be going back to the investigating officers, goes back to police training schools, so that we can be up to date. Guidance to people, I've already mentioned, this would come through your training programs, your IT training programs. Online, I've already mentioned. Another point which I thought was a bit of training to computer sellers. So when they're selling the computer, they would say, 5 minutes, this is what is needed. This is how you can secure your password. This is how you can make security. So sellers also need to be trained. That they are selling something like a bombshell. A man may lose all his data if that is lost. Millions could get transferred because all his data will be lost in that. And everybody does not know even how to fix their own password. So their basic training is missing. So therefore, some basic computer training, which means it's like a driving school. You are asking for a license, go to this driving school, take a learner license and then go. Helmet, like now, vehicle manufacturers are now being mandated that when you sell a vehicle, you will sell it with a helmet. Now it's for road safety. Similarly, when you are selling computers, you can talk about safety in management of those equipment. And finally, last but not the least, is come up with a student handbook of this edition, which is simple. So it doesn't look fat. It doesn't look, achha, I read it when I have time. You have a student handbook of each chapter, which is the key recommendation. So it's a student handbook, you can pass it on to students in the universities and colleges. You set me thinking. I've shared some ideas with you on this only to take this matter forward. You and I will continue to work together. I will request my Secretary-Law to introduce him to Secretary IT, because he would love to see industries coming up on these kind of software or hardware, and then they can work together. He said there would be many who would come. So Secretary-Law will be the facilitator for you to introduce you to our Secretary Industries, so that, and IT and industries will be linked, and we will look forward. And I'm sure our political leadership, particularly our own Chief Minister, would be very happy to see this development, because he is very, very industry development IT oriented. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.